That makes no sense. So we're going to talk now about the things that the type of people. And we talk about some personality disorder because there are some people need a personality makeover. A personality makeover. Landon says sometimes they work with the approval of friends and family rather than their heart. True. Charmaine, I hear that word a long time. Tutul Bay. They have them Tutul Bay. Yeah? Going crazy. All in love. This feeling that you have inside of you. All them songs that drive us crazy and books that we're reading that not telling us anything else. So some people need a personality makeover because their personality is what is setting them up. So let's talk about some stuff now. Let's talk about some stuff. Here's one. The Mayo Clinic, which is a recognized place, a recognized institution, the Mayo Clinic, says that there are a number of personality disorders. Now, personality disorders and disorders in general have to be diagnosed by qualified people. You and I, not outside of here, don't reach to them levels there to diagnose people. So the things that I'm going to tell you are people that must be diagnosed because it comes under a particular rubric that they have to now determine that you now qualify for this. But you could tell that some people walking around here, you don't have to watch, you don't have to go to school to tell some people have problems and some people are not right to go with. There are some people in relationships, you should not go into relationship with them. Yes. Yes, Alexandria Hospital, Virginia. Good evening. Joan, rock and come in. You in work or you home? Let me know that, Joan. All right. So, while there are some people who have genes that predispose them to disorders, there are some people who are environmental, and because of the things they have gone through in life and some of the things that they've experienced in their childhood have damaged their ability to process life properly and make good decisions. So we got to talk about some of those things. So these personality disorders, they are grouped into different groups. And let me talk to something and let you hear some of the things that people do and behave with some of these disorders. And you tell me if you have ever met anybody with some of these symptoms. We can't tell that this is what they're suffering from, any of these symptoms. Or if you yourself have some problem in that area. So, group A, where we call the paranoid personality disorder. I'm sure it must have plenty of people you know about that. Paranoid personality disorder. Now, as I tell you, this has to be diagnosed by a psychiatrist. You see, they have the way of dealing in determining when they look at the book, some DMS, I think it is that they call it, that they got to go to and find it. So this paranoid personality disorder. Let me tell you some of the symptoms and tell me if you ever meet anybody in a relationship like this. They lack trust. They are paranoid about everything and everybody that come around you. If they have a partner, they are suspicious of everybody that talk to them. You know some fellas who so jealous that every time a man just wink at his girl or just feel that his girl is nice and give a pleasantry and so on, he has gone off the roof all of a sudden. DSM, that's right, Joan. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And I forget the name of DSM. So you could help me there, Joan, one time by telling me diagnostic something, I figured it is. Joan will help me out with that. Notal, good evening. What can come in? What can come in? So there are some people, they are always jealous, always distrusting, and they don't trust nobody. So they don't trust. How you could be in a relationship that lasts with a person like that? That they don't want you to talk to anybody. Diagnostic and statistical manual. That's the word. That's the word. All right. Nice. Thank you very much for that. Thank you, Joan. There. So they lack trust, suspicious of others, and the reasons for the person's action. They always have a negative reason why people doing things. Ted, rock and come in. You're coming in late, Ted. Ted, I have to pull you straight. We didn't start early, Ted. No, it's 2021. Mistrust, Myrtle. Mistrust. And here's what he said. They believe that others are trying to do them harm, and they have no reason, no good reason to feel that way. But they just think so. Almost like a victimhood. Everybody after me. Nobody like me. Your mother don't like me, you know. You ever been in a relationship with somebody and the person just conclude that your mother don't like them, your father don't like them, your brother don't like them, your sister don't like them, and so on? No, all of us would have some measure of suspicion, but I'm talking about the people who are chronic. It's the chronic ones I'm talking about, not the people who just think so and it doesn't bother them. Because for this thing to be as what we're talking about, it must be consistent and disruptive in the person's life. Consistent and disruptive. Evil think as evil does. Yes. Yeah, that triggers argument non-stop, says Landon. All right. You see? They doubt the loyalty of others. You're pledging your loyalty and they ain't taking that at all. An innocent remark, they will find a negative spin on that. First, they don't trust. You will tell them something nice and they would almost take offense to it. It has a habit of, they like to hold grudge, and they hold grudge for long. They will remind you of what you've done wrong 5 years ago, and they will remind you it for the next 5 years. Every time you get vexed, that person is going to come up with this thing again. Paranoid. You cannot do a wrong and be forgiven for that, you know. Not with a paranoid person. They are holding you to hang for the rest of your life. That is a hard person to be in a relationship with, but yet they would leave thinking you are the problem. And they'll enter a new relationship and they don't trust that person either, and they start the cycle all over again. All right, so let me see what Landon's saying. And usually when people think that way, it's them who are having those thoughts. Untrustworthy folks find it hard to trust others. That's right. And sometimes they themselves up to no good. Slackers themselves. Yes, people. All of rock and come in, because all are missing too much out of it. So here's what we're saying. The paranoid personality disorder. This person, they often suspect that the partner, whether it's the husband, the wife, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, is unfaithful. They would smell unfaithfulness on you. Yeah. You know that people that actually smell that you was unfaithful. And that may be so for some people, but it's every time them to smell everything. Sniffer dogs. Sniffer dogs. Charmaine says she know 2 people so. What kind of friends you have, Charmaine? Me say. All right. So that is the paranoid person. Mary said, that's my ex-husband. You go ahead and put your foot in the mouth, Manuel. The next thing you know, your ex-husband listening to you. I hope you have answers to give him. And oh my, somebody just messaged me, say that they're trying to get on the program. I don't know what's happening to them. I don't understand why they can't get on, because other people are on, quite a number of people are on. So, all right, I hope that they got that message there. Ooh, hey, some people private messaging me some jokes here, you know. Some people telling me stop talk about their spouse. Stop calling me spouse in your name. Hey, I ain't call nobody name. Or let's stop putting me in thing, eh? All right. So, what about them women who does dream the husband was kissing another woman and actually accuse you? Yes, then. I've heard of that. Where it have people who dream it and they believe the dream so much. They dream it, and they turn around and accuse you of doing it because they dream it. Yeah? Anyway, this thing nice. So that is the paranoid. Let's go to the second one because we have plenty to cover tonight. Plenty to cover. Schizoid personality. Schiz. Personality disorder. Schizoid. Here's what it is. These are the people who are cold, withdrawn, uninterested. They don't have interest in other people. Almost choose to be alone. They are loner. You're in a relationship with a person and they don't really care to spend much time with you. You ever end up being in a relationship like that? Their emotions are very, very limited. Their emotions are limited in some cases to sulk and to watch you bad eye. Some of them are really open up into a smile. They have limited emotion. Now, there are people with this as a personality disease as diagnosed. We are talking about people in a relationship, what makes it difficult in a relationship. So, this person doing things that bring pleasure and joy, they don't waste too much time with that. They're not going to leave home to go to a function where they could just sit down and enjoy themselves. That make no sense leaving home. So you will have to leave home and go by yourself, or you'll have to stay home with it. And then that causes its own pressure. Hospital, you say you're glad you joined. Why? I talk about somebody in your life, Rose. Hey. All right. So, cannot pick up typical social cues. Has little or no interest in having sex with another person. Yeah? That's the schizoid personality disorder. There you have it. So that's 2 down. Let's go. I think we know they have about 10. I promise all the 6. But I might give all a little more than 6 tonight. 3. I think they call it schizotypical. Schizotypal personality disorder. Forgive me if I can't pronounce the word, but I ain't the grandfather. And I ain't the godfather either. All right, Landon, all kind of people you was in relationship with, boy. You have all the weird ones. You knew a chick like that, but strange enough, when we select friends, she's rolling on the floor, laughing and having fun. Like I was like, oh, she's serious with you, but laughing with her friends. Yeah. Bring drinks. All right. So that happened. So let's go on to this next one. These are the people, they have some unusual belief, boy. They're the ones who, as soon as you and them have a little problem, they think somebody do you something, I guess. Yeah. The emotional responses are socially unusual, or the way how they deal with it. They have these fantasy thoughts, believe that some casual incident or events have some hidden meaning and message. And you ask me, how that come? You understand? That person do you that. You see? And sometimes some people actually use that as an excuse why they did something wrong. They blame it on something that somebody else do them. So not only that person saying that somebody do you, there's somebody say that somebody do them. All right. I see Lily and somebody else fighting for the same fault in the ex. All the fight away, man. Anyway, let's go on to group B. Another type of personality disorder. This one here you all should be familiar with. Borderline. Borderline personality disorder. This feeling of emptiness, loneliness. You have to be there to cheer them up and give them a good day. They have deep relations, but it's never stable. Now that's strange, eh? Deep relations, but not stable. Ongoing feelings that they have this up and down. One time they're happy, next time they're sad. Why they're happy? You don't know. Why they're sad? You don't know. And neither do they. They're just not in a good mood. You leave them today and they were good as ever. You come back tomorrow and them sad. What make them sad? They don't know, you don't know. That's a stressful situation to be in a relationship. It's unpredictable. And you ask yourself, did I do something? Did I say something? Did you do something? Did you say something? Keeps following. Lyndon, what can come in? You're late. You're late. He say you want. Lyndon say you walk with your own peace whip. To give who? Myrtle, yes, Myrtle. Those are the superstitious one. The one that we spoke about before. Yes, the superstitious one. Yes. So, the borderline people, they have this up and down mood swing, stress. Sometimes they are so stressed out that they're just in a bad mood. And when they're in a bad mood, they think that you should be in a bad mood too, because they take license to talk to you anyhow, because you should know they're in a bad mood. Move aside, give them room, let them pass. All right, so London say, ah boy, never know what to expect. I know that one too. London, that person and all, you know, too. Lily asked if there's level of borderline. Well, borderline, I guess, is borderline. You can't get certain levels of stages in this borderline. I guess you could have mild and so on. Because as I said, these are diagnosed things. Eh? So this is not something that we are claiming that people have, but we're talking about some symptoms that people have. Some of them, ordinary people walking around with them. All right. Myrtle said frustrated. Yes, Lana, you see, I know that one, you know that one, and you're used to afraid who you meet each day. Okay. All right. So many chats that I can't keep. I have to scroll. Sorry about that. All right. So we're still on the borderline. The borderline people, quick to threaten. I go kill myself. If you leave me, I go kill myself. Yeah? I'm not making joke of the people. But you have people like that. Some of them make joke, and some of them actually mean it. As soon as somebody going out of your life, let me tell you, if somebody wants to leave your life and walk out of the relationship, allow them. That's a right that everybody has. Just allow them. If you are the type that is good enough and you hold your stand and hold your position, they are walking out on somebody good. If you're not, then they're walking out on somebody bad, and they should go. And if you are that good, who knows, the person may come back because you're that good, but just allow them. Charmaine says she's not killing herself for nobody. Nobody should do that at all. So they threaten in ways that could lead to suicide. So they also do compulsive, risky behavior, such as having unsafe sex, gambling, or binge eating. There are stress-related paranoia that comes and goes. These are the people that goes through all of that. All right. Life too sweet, says Lily. All right. So far, what have we covered so far? We have done the borderline, and we've done some of the symptoms that some people have a little challenge in dealing. All right, so let's go now. Let's continue from there. Let's talk now about the histrionic personality disorder. Histrionic personality disorder. Let me see what else people saying online below there. My people, histrionic personality disorder. I'm trying to read all of the things there. The person said, my life too sweet. For real, if you have something, set it free. If it comes back to you, it's yours. Yes, Joanna Peters. And if it doesn't, it was never yours. Yeah. I don't know why is it when two people break up that some people quite get violent and all of this thing. No. Joanna says sometimes when they leave, you should not let them come back. True. Have you ever known of people who they left, they walked out on you? You beg them to come back. And when they come back, you regret because nothing changed. Nothing changed. All right. So they have stress-related paranoia that goes and comes. And they were talking about some people who start to have unsafe sex, etc. Now, histrionic personality disorder. These are the people who always seeking attention. They do things to get attention. They're overly emotional, dramatic, drama. They like drama. Yeah, the histrionic. They stir up sexual feelings to get attention. Easily led by others. They like to always be the center of attention. Some of them might talk loud just to be the in thing in the party. But they always usually led astray easily. They have shallow emotions and change quickly. So one time they could very well be emotionally connected to you, and the next time that they emotionally connected to somebody else. Precious, what you say is the sugar? Which sugar you're referring to, Madam Precious? Them is psychopaths. All right, Shami says she know a family. A whole family. All the females? Well, yeah. I wouldn't doubt that because some are genetic. All right. So these people speak dramatically with strong opinions, but I have few facts or details to back them up. They will quarrel about something and hold on a point. The point is a pointless point, but they're holding on that point nevertheless, and they will argue it down to the ground with no grounds. You could live with that? Landon said at times when breakups are traumatic for an individual is more about internal issues than the fact that the person is leaving. They feel like a failure again in life. And it may seem insignificant to some, but some people have a history that may trigger it immensely. Agreed. Agreed. A double-minded man is unstable, is on his way, says Heather. All right. So that's the reality. And that's why some people don't stay in relationship long or cannot stay in relationship long. Now, there might be some of you outside of there who some of these things apply to. It does not mean that you have a disorder as described by the DMS, but certainly it will be something that you should be very concerned about, because you may have a problem. And according to the Mayo Clinic, you should get help. You may be showing some symptoms that requires help, because some of these things come from our past, trauma that we've been through, some of the things that you've had in your family life, where you had a dysfunctional family. Sometimes you come up with hatred, you come up with abuse, you come up with rape, you come up with a number of things, and it has not been easy, but it is manifesting itself in one's personality. Now, if it is a disorder, you need a psychiatrist. If there are symptoms that you have that you think you need to be able to deal with, then people like myself and other people who do counseling are the people that you need to call to get help, so that it does not leave in your wake a series of broken relationships. What about attitude disorder? That is a different thing, Miguel Charmaine, because we could deal with that the next time too. Are we having internet problems, Myrtle? Don't tell me that, because last week it cut me off kind of suddenly. The culture in the Caribbean is not very kind when it comes to trauma. True, Precious. Absolutely. So let's talk about narcissistic personality disorder, and tell me that we do have plenty of those people walking around here. Tell me if we do not have quite a number of people who are narcissistic and have a personality issue. So let's talk about that. There's belief about being special. They are special and they are more important than other people. In fact, they will be in a relationship. This narcissistic person could be in a relationship and think that you should be very happy that they are with you. Because in their head, you have a prize on your hand. So be good to me, because a number of people want me. But you also could find that the narcissistic would not only think that they are good, but they would also think that the only person who will put up with you is me, because nobody else will want you. Imagine that. When somebody could tell their spouse or their partner, nobody will want you. They want you to think that they are doing you a favor to be with them. That must be signs of narcissism. Watch that. That one ain't easy. What all you do? All you call it horoscope now to say these are the people who have it. Yeah, they talk about everything they do and get raves. They are all about themselves. We see so many of these people. I'm wondering if this is not the most pronounced that there is. They have fantasies about power, success, and about their looks. They think that they're so attractive. And some of them end up boo. Trust me. You wonder what all of this fluff is about? No. They think they're so nice. They walk as though they're nice. They talk as though they feel they're nice. Well on speed from those type. Yeah, I think, trust me, I think this is a bad one. This is a bad one. The narcissistic person. They don't understand other people's needs. They don't feel for other people. They feel for themselves. They are only concerned about themselves. Yes, the world evolves around them. Some of you are working with some of those people as your bosses. Hello, I said it. I live by me, so I could say. Some of you work with them. Some of you live with them. And some of you want them, but don't know what you're getting into. Because you might have a self-esteem problem and think that that person is so self-confident, but they may not be self-confident. They may be cocky. Oh, well, now I'm not too sure if everybody in the Caribbean know what cocky is. But anyway, like to gaslight. They think they're the best slice of the bread. Yes, yes, precious. You get them. Only what can come in, people. Since Mama Sweet Bread. 7 keys to the mind of a man. Oh, yes, Heather. Yes, that is a book I wrote. 7 keys to unlock the mystery of men. And all of you should get the book in too. So if you ever find yourself with a man or woman who has a narcissistic personality disorder, your business dark. Very, very dark. Because let me tell you how this narcissistic person operates. When you're in a conversation, it always gets back to talking about them and things they're interested in, topics they're interested in. Oh, yes, I do that too. I'm very good at that. Bam, 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 bam. Everything is about them. It comes right back to them. If they're in a conversation with a group, they try to take over the group to talk as though they are the brightest person in the whole group. They have an answer to every problem because they are just so bright. And they may very well try to use their brightness to insult you, to let you see how uninformed you are, because they are the ones who have answers. And some of the answers, of course, like a train off its track. Narcissism knows what they do and put blame on the other person. Right, Rosie? I take that. Sunset on their behind. Annabella B. The sunset on their behind. All right. They always want the last word. They know what they do and they put blame on other people. All right. All right, so we're going down the track now. So this person, they expect favors and advantages without a good reason. This is a person who would think that because you're supposed to know them, that you're supposed to give them a blind, they would expect to park places that they shouldn't park. Some of them even brave enough to ask if you know who they are. Do you know who I am? You see, because if you know who I am, you would be more than happy to serve me. Those are dangerous people. So, jealous of others or believe that others are jealous of them. They watch at other people and they wish that they had what they had. Or they always think that people want to be handsome as they are, good looking as they are, charming as they are, beautiful as they are, wealthy as they are, live the places where they are, all kind of things. Yep, those are the narcissism. How many I give all the people? I tell all I was giving all the 60. Narcissism, I give you all the histrionic, I give all your borderline, I give all your schizotypal, and I gave all your schizoid, paranoid. How much is that? What time is it? Let me make sure. Right, we have 10 minutes to go. Then you have the antisocial personality disorder. Antisocial personality disorder. They have little, if any, concern for the needs or feelings of others. They really don't care about other people's feelings. These are people who would hurt your feeling and it don't bother them. They'll say things, do things. And as far as they're concerned, you should not be bothered about it or hurt about it. It says also they often lie, steal, and use false names to con other people. Very antisocial. So they will tell you things, they will tell you lies, make up things about themselves. London, you know that person too. London, just take everybody. Just take everybody. You know plenty people, boy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They violate the rights of others. They take things upon themselves, feel that they could just come in and do as they like. They don't understand what they, up to what point they should go with you. You understand? And they, let me tell you, the kind of antisocial person who does not know their boundaries. If you go out with a person and you're in a function with a person, this antisocial person is capable of seeing you, and because they know you and they want to engage you in a discussion, you in company with other people. You've spoken to them sometime already, and probably both of you had little conversation and so on. So you had your pleasantries. But they will come up there and now come into your space with this person that you are out with, dominate that conversation, and think that you should now put all the attention on that person. That is the kind of person who just does not have a clue about how people should operate in social life. Not that you had something going with the person, or that you had a relationship with them. You had a conversation with them, you met the person, you like the person, and then they now think that they could call you 10 o'clock in the night, 12 o'clock in the night. Yeah. Narcissist people, I live around them 24/7. Yeah. When in fact they are the ones who have serious self-hatred, they insult others so they can heal themselves. No respect. Absolutely. Antisocial people. They are the type. And all you tell me now, have you ever gone out with somebody that you're dating, or your husband or your wife, and when they vex, they don't care that they're in public? And let's say they vex with you about something. They don't care how they talk to you in front of other people. They will insult you in front of everybody because they don't care. They don't know how to operate socially. Just keep that under wraps and you continue to enjoy the evening. And when you go home, all you quarrel. They're not with that, you know. They're quarreling on the spot because they find that songs hypocritical. That they vex now to hold that till they go home. And they mash up a whole party, a whole fete, a whole function, a whole event because they're getting their stuff off their chest. London, you know those type of people too. I'm sure you do. When in fact they are the ones, narcissistic people always like to have this last say. They have to. Joanna, show up the red flag, boy. Joanna Jack. I will vex with you in a crowd and no one will know. You're not supposed to know. You go home by somebody. They are in their home. You and your wife, you and your wife have a little tango. Decent social behavior is, while you have the visitors in your home, you get along civil. Civil. That's not hypocrisy. That is understanding social integration. You do not want to make your guests uncomfortable because you all have your internal issues there. You don't insult the person. Let me tell you, I was at the airport today. And there's this woman there was a lot of standbys. So apparently she was in the line there quite long, waiting to get up to the counter to ask whether she could get a flight. All of us they were there for quite a while. But the man comes up. This man comes up to her. Apparently, I don't know if he's a husband or boyfriend, but they're certainly in an intimate relationship from what I know. Observe. The way how he shout at that lady and carry on. So long you leave here to say you're going and checking the thing here. It's long time you leave here, and he start to quarrel in front of everybody. The lady is so ashamed. Look at where the lady is. Antisocial. None of us know you. None of us know any of all you. Why you have to behave so? You understand me? And let off a set of expletives on the lady because she left so long. This is not her fault. What kind of relationship that is? And I asked myself, I wonder if she's still with that man. Anyway, some people just still take. Don't get into both of them for sure, you know, because they will cuss you out if you get into that to say, Madam, what you doing with this man? And she will cuss you for him. Anyway, I don't ask them what wrong. Nothing, says London. Yeah, those people, man, those people. They don't know how to behave in social setting. So if you know what some of those people, and if you are that person, then you need to check yourself. You shouldn't be quarreling in public with people. I think it is just downright rude. Rude. And you might want to show that you're man, or you want to show that you're a woman. So you need to be able to display yourself. I was going somewhere to tell you that I have plenty of stories. I go in somewhere, and just the same way this man behave bad, I'll give only one way the woman behave bad. She comes out in the middle of the road, block the road with traffic, cussing a man in a shop. Apparently, this is the man she was with. And if you hear that woman cuss bad and talk to the man, and talk about how the man ain't even good in bed and all kinds of things, this is a whole traffic jam she calls to tell me. You could go to the side of the road and do that, you know, but she need audience. So she stand up in the middle of the road, cussing him. The man said, stand up in the stop, just watching she so. And he just listening. He is saying a word. And what that woman did not say about the man is because she couldn't remember nothing else. She tell him all sort of home business she bring out there. How could you be in a relationship for long? How could you be in a next relationship and saying that? Those are the people who always involved in their relationships. They must have a problem. London, you know that kind of person too, not so? When someone has no empty, it's dangerous because they can devastate you and feel nothing. Yeah. Rude, obnoxious people. Stay away from my boy. Don't let them get close to you. They don't care. All right, how much time we have again? 1 more minute. And I ain't even get through half of what I want to talk about. 1 more minute. All right, so that one is which one? The antisocial one. So they behave impulsive, they're always aggressive, always violent. This is the drama queen woman who would dress up with all kind of lipstick and makeup and all kind of things. And you think that with all that dress up, she has a little decency and finesse? No, sir. This is the man who you'd think has a certain amount of finesse and manliness. He looks as though he's a man with dignity and so on. But when he gets drunk and when he says some things that get him vexed and so on, yeah, you want to know he's a horse of a different color. Some looking to fight you, and not just cuss you. Landon, give me this story there. Which one you know about that? Boy, I tell you. Life change for you, my boy. Yeah? You are one of those who God say, boy, you come from far. I don't know your history, Landon, but some of the things that they say, I realize you come from far. So God be praised where you come from. You see, Annabelle said tonight is your night. All right. Should I go on to any more? They said this antisocial person usually have repeated run-ins with the law. Let me say that again. The antisocial personality disorder always have run-in with the law. They think them is the baddest thing in town. They want to fight everything and everybody. Just behave bad when it's ready. When they're in carnival so and they in function and they want to display themselves. Oh, they want everybody to know how them is. Right? So I wouldn't bother go on to anything new. Let me just read what we have. When someone has no empathy, they can devastate you and feel nothing. Oh, yes, that's right. All right, so those of you who come in late or you come in early next time. Eh? So you could follow me on Facebook. You could follow me on YouTube. We try to give you on this program every Thursday from 8 o'clock, those who are new, from 8 o'clock, we give you stuff to help you deal with your relationships. So let me tell you something before we close. Happy birthday to my handsome brother Michael. Hey, yes, tomorrow is my birthday. Thank you very much, Charmin. I remember it at the front and I forget it at the back. May God continue to bless his grace to bless you with more. Thank you very much. As of midnight tonight, I have turned another corner. Yes. Yes, thank you all very much. Thank you very much, Joanna. I never thought I would ever see 61 years old. Never thought so. I used to hear about people meeting 60 and 61 and all of that. But hey, you know, but I like it. It's nice. I'm enjoying it. And especially if you are in it with good health, it's nice. I want to tell you that. Right? You and my, hey, Precious said you and my son born same month. Today's his birthday. Hey, wait, what is this? Lawrence, you ain't said nothing for the night. Now you're calling me old. Lawrence Flament, you self. Thank you, Landon. He called me a young boy. Unlike Lawrence with his rudeness. 3 scores and counting. That's right. So, if you're looking for private and confidential counseling to get help for these things that we've spoken about, call the number that you see on the screen. It is 868-688-5363. 868-688-5363. One of the things that I want to tell you, to avoid getting into a relationship with these people, get time to know people before you get into their lives. People hide who they are, but they cannot hide it for long. Stop walking in and walking out of relationships. Set a standard for yourself. Do not take prime real estate and sell it for cheap just because somebody wants it. So if you consider yourself a prime real estate, don't sell yourself cheap just because somebody said they like you. Hold on to your word. That's my advice to you. All right, people. Thank you very much. God bless you all. We're going to be back next week, Thursday. Every Thursday, 8 o'clock. Be right here. Now that you're rock and come in, you can rock and go out as we end Mike at 9. Good evening now. God bless all of you.